Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. It's conference championship week for the big conferences in college basketball, and we are talking right now to a special guest, newcomers, brand new guests to SBR Videos, Rob and the Dream from Sports Bettors TV, and we're going to discuss the interesting, wide open Big 12 right now. Rob and the Dream, thanks so much for being with us.
What's going on, my man? How you doing?
I'm doing okay. The Big 12 is kind of one of these very scary conferences, right? It's wide open. The favorite is looking very, very vulnerable. This is kind of one of those conferences where it's like, man, if I was a real Billy Walters elite handicapper, I'd be able to find value. But I look at it and I'm not sure what I think, and that's what makes me think maybe I'm just second tier as a handicapper.
Hey, you know what? This one's wide open here, like you said. Well, we got to take a look and look at some of these numbers and pick apart these teams. What you got, Dream?
Well, you got a lot of options in the Big 12, and you've had a lot of really, you know what it is? It's been a lot of inconsistent play because most of these teams we've seen play each other and, win on their own home courts, but lose, when visiting. So this is a very tough conference, but I think we can find a couple of gems in this conference.
You think so? All right. Well, here, let's just go over the odds quickly that I have right now from 5 dimes. The favorite is Kansas. They're plus 250, but we've seen Kansas this year repeatedly losing on the road. They weren't a good bet against the spread, 1-5 against spread over their last 6. That is as weak a looking favorite as you're ever going to see. And then Oklahoma, they've lost their last 6 in a row as well. They're the second choice at plus 340. Iowa State is the defending champion at plus 400, 4-1. Then Baylor and West Virginia, both long shots that could have some value. I guess if I had to make a pick on these odds right now, maybe even Oklahoma State could do it at 13-1. I guess maybe my lean would be Iowa State at 4-1. What do you think, Rob? What would be your pick here?
The challenge I have with Iowa State is that at home they're a really strong team. On the road, they're like Jekyll and Hyde. So I don't know if I'd put my money on them personally, just because based on the inconsistencies that they have.
But all these teams in the Big 12 the Big 12 was money just betting on the home teams down the stretch of the regular season, right?
Absolutely. But if Iowa State can get hot, I mean, they are ranked 11th in field goal percentage at 48.5%. So if they do get hot, maybe you got a winner there.
I don't know. It's a tough one. Let's go to you, the Dream. Would you take Kansas or Oklahoma? No way, right?
I would take Oklahoma all day, as I think that they are the best all around of the bunch as far as complete team, offensively and defensively on both sides of the ball. And they've got, good guard play. Guard play tends to dominate NCAA tournament or all tournament styles. And Oklahoma has this. Oklahoma, to me, out of all of these teams, I think is the strongest, most consistent team. And then my second nod would be, I hate to say it, would have to go to Baylor.
Yeah.
I just don't like some of Baylor's moves late in the season this year. There were a couple of spots they let me down, a couple of spots they looked tough. But I would have to say, for me personally, Oklahoma and Baylor are my 2 favorites.
No love for Kansas from any of us. That makes sense to me. Why no love for Kansas? I mean, do you think that do you think they shouldn't even be the favorite? Do you think they're a legitimate favorite? What do you think, Rob?
I actually like Kansas here. I'm looking at it. I think my top 2 teams in this conference would be Kansas and West Virginia, believe it or not. I think West Virginia can get hot at the right time here. I've watched them play a little bit. I liked what I saw coming down the stretch. For the most part, I think I would wrap up in these 2 teams personally. Baylor doesn't do it for me. Iowa State, like I said, if they get hot at the right time, we can, possibly take a look at them. And, hey, I think I'm surprised, Dream, at your Oklahoma.
Yeah, Dream. Yeah, Oklahoma, 6 straight ATS losses to close the regular season. I'm surprised as well, quite frankly.
Right, but they, as we all know this weekend, they just beat Kansas.
Sure.
Kansas, my issue with Kansas is, first of all, you got the injury to Perry Ellis, which is a huge issue. So we've got to definitely keep an eye on that, because if he's not able to go, they are definitely done.
Yeah.
The other thing is, Kansas has been so inconsistent all season. In big spots, they just haven't shown up well. They actually have undersized guards, but oversized, bigs. So this is what I believe is the problem with Kansas. I just think a sleeper is going to come out of this, and I think with Oklahoma and or Baylor, I think you're giving yourself a great shot in this particular tournament.
All right, enough yapping. Let's get to the picks. My pick: Iowa State plus 400. Rob, what's your pick?
I'm going to take 2 teams here to get some value. I'm going to go West Virginia and Kansas.
West Virginia plus 750 and Kansas plus 250, and the Dream. You like Oklahoma? That's your only pick?
Oklahoma, and I'll go Baylor.
All right, Oklahoma plus 340 and Baylor plus 550. Thanks, guys.